My wife and I moved into the neighborhood to enjoy some peace and quiet. We weren't looking for trouble, but trouble has a way of finding you when there's an HOA run by a Karen. It all started when my wife planted a row of sunflowers in our front yard. They were tall, golden, and beautiful, but apparently they weren't approved under HOA landscaping rules. A week later, a notice showed up on our door: violation. Fine, $1,200. My wife laughed, thinking it was a prank. But then Karen herself marched up the driveway with two board members in tow. "Remove them or pay the fine," she snapped. "Those flowers are a disgrace." My wife stayed calm. "I'm not removing anything. They're on my property." That didn't sit well with Karen. She called the police, claiming my wife was non-compliant and threatening HOA authority. Minutes later, two patrol cars pulled up. Karen grinned smugly. Sure, she'd won. "Arrest her," she demanded. "She's breaking community law." The officers walked toward my wife, but then they froze. Recognition spread across their faces. One whispered, "Wait, isn't that Captain Morales?" See, my wife isn't just any homeowner. She's a decorated police captain. She's trained half the officers in this county, including the very ones standing on our lawn. The officers turned to Karen, stone-faced. "Ma'am, there's no crime here. She's on her property, and you've wasted police resources with a false report. That's a chargeable offense." Karen's jaw dropped. "Wow, what? No, you don't understand. She's breaking HOA rules." The senior officer shook his head. "HOA rules aren't laws, and you don't get to weaponize law enforcement against a captain of the force." My wife folded her arms, cool as ever. "Consider this your warning. Next time you harass me or my family, I'll handle it the official way, and you won't like the paperwork." Karen turned beet red, sputtered something about unfair treatment, and stormed off. The officer stayed behind just long enough to apologize to my wife and thank her for her years of service. From that day forward, not a single HOA notice has ever appeared on our door. Karen still glares, but the board knows better than to pick a fight with the one person in the county the police treat like a commander.